What's up, geeks and gamers? My name is Drementfh, and welcome to Thorium Gaming. And what are we gonna do tonight, Dre? Well, the same thing we do every night. Try to take over the world. So for the last little bit, we've been trying to gear up towards our main project, as well as getting Dr. Ming on board. And we gotta do Iris. How did this infiltrator get in here? We can actually deal with that while we're
Speak,
sitting and
I
talking.
live to serve.
All of these agents all over the place.
Communications encrypted.
There we go.
Over and out.
So yeah, we've been developing a lot of new technology, we've got guns for our guys now, and we've been starting to work towards getting our basement suite up and running. I'm gonna start play. And it's been working out pretty good overall. Now we still have a lot to do, and the world stage is becoming just a vibrant pain in the butt. Once we get enough technicians, we're gonna need a ton of technicians because we gotta raid 3 of Dr. Ming's labs. And we got to raid a scientist lab on the world stage. So there's one of Dr. Ming's labs taken care of. And we do have to upgrade
has succeeded.
this criminal network so we can get access to the lab, I should say. Now, what are we doing with our tech right now? Upgrade criminal networks, so that helps us out a fair bit.
I want you to distract that intruder, if you can find them.
Is he actually going to make it all the way upstairs? No, he's not, but
I'm
we're also
listening.
going to windwalk.
Fear, rage, and death. I'll be there in one breath.
A scheme has succeeded.
Alright, so we got some schemes getting completed.
Research has resumed.
This is where they're getting in, and it's really starting to become a pain in the butt. So we do have a lot of power. What do we have for traps? We got a giant fan, but that doesn't really help us right now if we don't have anything to fan people into. We're going to want to leave at least one gap, though. Might as well set up the giant fan trap right now, and another door so we can isolate that section. Let's get... Oh, we need to leave these at security 2, though. We can't set them to 3. Because that's our access out to the helipad. We really need those technicians to get trained up. Now what I think we're going to do is set up another... That's not the right room. There we go! I knew I'd find it eventually. Technician trainers. Technician trainer. Sub a third one. Just because we're going to be training a lot of the bastards and pains in the butt. So we're going to need another trainer. Get as many minions as we can trained up. Now, do we have access to the next level of... No, we don't. Where is that in the technology tree? On minions, we can get the heavy staff racks, which would be nice. Killer bees, sharks, and flamethrower traps are what I want to get set up eventually here. Flamethrowers and sharks are fun, just because, well, fun. But we still gotta wait on upgrading our criminal networks, and then we can look at progressing in here to get towards the ultimate mining techniques. Luxury beds. Now, it might be worth getting the video games and setting up some morale boosting stuff on the second floor, where all our science areas are. Do we have technicians to send out another lab raid? Not yet. So let's just speed it up. Let things do what they do. Things are going pretty well overall, though.
Research has been paused.
I'm almost tempted up to open, or tempted to open up, I should say. Still got some of Dr. Ming's stupid little spore containers in our lair.
Research has resumed. Your vaults are full.
We could open up this area a little bit. Set this up as kind of a valet staff room. There we go, our camera operations are done a little bit better. So now our camera shouldn't be falling off anytime soon. Can we launch this yet? So send a bunch of workers and minions out. And we can tag this area as removed as well.
Salaries paid.
Alright, so that's 2 of Dr. Ming's labs taken care of. Now he's got to wait on technicians to train up to get the 3rd one. Once we got that, we'll be laughing maniacally. Insanely, even. But once we can move the prison down, we can reorganize this room too for the different minion types. What we need to do is get our organic samples and everything moved up
Research
to a
has
better
been
place.
paused.
We'll just have to deal for now because we only have this small little laboratory. For how much we rely on science to take over the world, given that we are
Research
the
has
science criminal mastermind.
My batteries are low. Listening in.
She's gonna run all the way in here and set up in this chair. I imagine they're playing like EVE Online or something in here, because that would be an awesome chair for that kind of stuff. Do we have the technicians? We have the technicians. So we can get Dr. Ming at least partially completed here. Get her in the lab and she can start being one of our henchwomen. Then a whole bunch of minions will go and train. So I think we'll set up either like a flamethrower or a spike
A
pit or
trap
something right
has
here.
been triggered. Task complete.
Okay, so we got a complete research, upgrade
Research
the
has been
gas,
paused.
which means we need our research to finish, and we only have the one organic samples. It costs 15 power. We might have to expand this laboratory just a little bit. So what we'll do is we'll fill in this hallway. Expand this out for now. Not a permanent solution. We'll move the whiteboard right next to the door. Put organic samples there. Should allow us to have a little bit more tech on the go.
The heat at a criminal network has attracted the forces of justice. A trap has been triggered.
Okay, they're really setting up the traps here.
Salaries paid.
Wow, that's from Janet's quest. It must have been when we had the hallway here. So apparently we've just buried them in dirt. That's kind of nifty. Just gotta wait for this second set of samples to get installed. And there she is. And there we go. So that'll increase our research speed for that. We still have 35 power. Do we have any more room? We have tons of room up here. So what we're gonna do in the meantime, because eventually this is all gonna get swapped out for the most advanced power supply, which is going to actually be in our basement, along with our prison complex. And that's going to be full of traps that designed to kill people rather than just hold them at bay, so to speak. So we'll set up a bunch of extra power, just because I'm lazy and I don't have to think about it too much. While we're thinking about it, we need another data bank. So we'll toss another data bank in. That'll help us out a fair bit. Once the power gets moved down a floor, because the basement is massive, I think our stairs are going to come out somewhere around here. So we'll make this into a prison complex. And then we'll make this all of our power. We'll set it up with anti-saboteur and other specialist types of doors as we research them. We've been going heavy into the research as is, but for right now, this is just how we want to work it out. We do have 4 biologists, so we could use more organic samples, but it's not really going to help us out too much in the short term. I do really want to overhaul our front of house. Make this into some more slot machines or other situations, because we've only got the 2 tables that need to be manned right now. And set this up as a staff room for our valets. Because this makes us a fair amount of money as we're progressing through. It keeps our books more or less balanced. And if we put another little side path in, it's in place.
Has started in your lair.
Oh!
The fires are getting out of control.
That's a small fire?
The fires are almost under control.
And that's why we have fire extinguishers. Now while I'm thinking about it, because of that minor little scare, let's toss a few extra fire extinguishers at some random intervals on multiple floors, just in case. Outside of the kitchen makes sense. We should definitely have one outside of our power room. Our third floor is just our gold vault, but wouldn't hurt. So let's look at the world stage while we're waiting. That's data. We want some more money to be coming in.
Salaries paid.
So we were gonna have to sit back and try and find some place that doesn't have too much heat, which is definitely not North America right now. Patriot states are, yeah, kind of hot. Gradually removes all heat. That's not
An item has been destroyed. A small fire has started in your lair.
Oh wow, we are actually losing stuff.
The fires are getting out of control.
Alright, so power room. We need to replace this. Oh, there's saboteurs in here.
Good thing I have hardware to match my software.
And that is what we were
Find that intruder and kill them.
kind of fretting.
What do you... Bring me out! Release!
So how these saboteurs got in, I don't know. But they are from Hammer.
An Indian has caught fire.
So that's what was causing all the fires and everything.
The fires are almost under control.
Okay, yeah,
All
that
fires have been extinguished.
definitely didn't help us out. Getting Hammer saboteurs in here was a bit of a pain. Okay, so that set us back a fair bit. Let's slow it down. We need to find more money. That's data. Launch that scheme there to get us some more cash coming in. Now that the saboteurs
The
are dealt
scheme has
with.
succeeded.
Agent X is over there. That's another region locked down. Cool off Greenland.
A criminal network has too much heat and has locked down.
And then send out our agents, to kind of mess with Patriot a bit.
More scientists have made a breakthrough.
Alright, so we need to advance our
Research has begun.
side story research. Which is actually going incredibly fast. Our money's starting to come back a little bit.
What do you want, Dr. Ming? All I ever did was help you.
And your wonderful device can help me more. You were right. My operation needs to grow.
If you think you can repurpose my life's work,
I think as long as you breathing that spore miasma, I can do whatever I want. See you soon.
Alright, so
Your
with that
minions
done,
are in
we can
combat.
upgrade criminal networks. Minions are in combat?
Your minions are in combat.
Oh, we've got an assault coming in. Okay, that's dealt with. We have 225 heat with hammer. So we have to kill or capture the crime lord. Let's slow things down a little bit and see what's what.
Salaries paid.
Let's do data. They're usually bigger icons.
Fertile ground for my experiments.
Now, is that under the side stories menu? Okay, I guess she's yeah. I think she is.
I need you to
planning on
find and
assaulting us?
distract that intruder. A distraction is required. Find and take care of that intruder.
Thought I heard combat noises. Ah, there she is.
Find and capture that intruder. Science needs to be left alone. Find and kill that intruder. There's an intruder here. Kill
Alright.
them.
So she's assaulting our island directly. I would sound the red alert. We're just gonna see how these people make it in. We might have to, because there's infiltrators coming in too. So we just sent a bunch of guards away.
아니야.
Executing instructions. If you're sure you have the storage.
Speak your mind. With focus.
Let's go over to Janet.
Go ahead. Hacking into enemy weapons, entering disarm codes.
A henchman is in danger.
Janet's down for the count right now. How's Jubei handling these guys? His health is still pretty high.
아니야. Fear, rage, and death. As you wish.
Let's see if we can pull them in here next to our guards.
A trap has been triggered.
Moving. A wise choice.
Your minions are.
Okay, Jubei's down for the count.
A henchman is in danger.
capture her. And now we got all the other agents involved in this little fracas.
I read you.
Wow, this is actually taking a fair bit longer than I thought it would. But Magnolia Ming has been captured. And there's a lot of bodies that are being taken to our little hideaway incinerator.
Time to recharge.
So Janet's up.
I'm listening.
Listening in.
Alright, now that that's done, we can go into our research menu. Let's get the sticks research. Or, yeah, we'll go with the sticks research for right
Research
now.
has begun.
We need to make our melee people more melee-y. Hopefully a lot of our martial artists gather them instead of other people. Oh wow, they decided that our broadcast center needed to have all of the poison.
All masters require a moment of...
Before you get any ideas with that weapon of yours, what if I joined you?
I seem to remember extending that offer first. Your response was to make some interesting choices.
Let me make a new choice. You saw how effective I was with my experiments. I could do that for yours too.
Why should I spare you? Why should I even trust you?
I trust you because I didn't think you were a believer. Now I know I'm wrong. Let me show you I'm one.
Alright, so...
Something is wrong with either the minions or the training room, boss.
So that takes care
Your
of...
vaults are full.
Dr. Ming is now a... henchman? Henchwoman? Rogue scientist for hire? Not really sure. Either way, I believe she is completely ours now. Or will be. Unless there's another side story that we're missing. Not sure, because she's not actually one yet.
A henchman has recovered.
Yeah, she's only a temporary, so we need to get past this part of our process. Okay, so that's sorted out a fair bit. Now let's go to the world stage and upgrade this network so that we can go and raid this science lab in Stockholm, of all places.
A henchman has recovered.
Stockholm, Sweden is producing the super watches.
Communications encrypted.
Stereotype much? we lost a lot of tourists. Like a lot of tourists. Look at them go. All that fighting scared them off. So we might have to use some of our valets to recover some tourists.
A criminal network has been upgraded.
Need 6 biologists, 4 hitmen, 4 martial artists, and 5 mercenaries.
Salaries paid.
Make sure we have all of them. So 6 biologists. We just get the. We need to make sure that we have at least 6 mercs and 6 biologists.
Research has been paused. Research has resumed.
And we're getting a fair amount of gold. Do we want to make this into a secondary vault?
Ugh. Second-rate programmers.
Training has stalled.
Now, just to make sure that we can do what we're planning on doing, we can add a 3rd row to this pretty easily. That'll give us a little bit more gold to play around with, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if it actually maxes out at 200k, but we're gonna find out! Oh, we need more intel too, which we do have our computer consoles here working on that. Looks like they're starting to bring in the next rank of
Training resumed.
Gold Vault.
Something is wrong with either the minions or the training room, boss.
It's gonna cost us 60,000-ish. Way more than that once all these are trained up. So yeah, expanding our gold vaults is a good idea. This should cover us for the foreseeable future, though. I say that a lot, though, so who knows.
A trap has been triggered.
Locate and distract that intruder.
So frustrating that they can just kind of walk in. So what I think we're gonna do, because we have the power right now, let's install a camera right there. So that's where they seem to be coming in from, mostly. Or at least that's where they're coming in and being annoying from. So we'll deal with them
Salaries
there.
paid.
And how's our minion training looking? Okay, we got the biologist and the mercs. Just waiting on one more hitman and 2 more martial artists. We did upgrade the amount of martial artists, right? Yes, we did. Ah, so the mercs are going to get trained into that. So we're going to have to wait for the guards to train back into mercs. Of course, only having one training facility for the hitmen and the martial artists is a bit of a drag. It's not too bad overall, though. What we are going to do is, even if it just opens up a little bit of space, we're going to cover operation. There we go. We're actually going to start opening up this room so we can start building more cover operation, and then our little staff room that's going to go in right here. This is going to have a little kitchen, some beds, maybe some entertainment stuff, and that's going to should be able to cover our valets for out front a little bit better. Otherwise, it'll distract more of the agents of justice as they come in through the front. At the very least, it's something we've been meaning to do for a while, and now we get to. Oh yes, infiltrate inside the extremely high-tech and, you know, secret of a casino making an upgrade. Because we're a totally legit casino, right? I really want to launch this before this week's done. So we got one more martial artist and one more hitman to train. We're still working on the intel. How much intel do we need for that, actually? 35, so 4 more intel. Even with our basic level intel gathering skills, we should be able to do that fairly quickly. As long as the people on the second floor aren't slacking off. Look like they're slacking off too bad.
Your minions are in combat.
We can put a door right here. And this can be led into another little frontage area. And if need be, we can put a secret little back door right here.
Salaries paid.
Might even expand it once we're able to take our main lair off this floor and our science lab off this floor. Move the table over into this area. Since this is really the main pain in the butt one. And we can create a little labyrinth death trap over here. I am liking that the tourists are coming back, though. Definitely doesn't hurt our pocketbook any. Not gotta worry about it too much. Come on, please, we got the people. We don't one martial artist and 1 intel.
The heat at a criminal network has attracted the forces of justice.
Alright, so that's done there. You know, we actually really need that white, or the big screen. Reduce
Research
how
has
quickly
begun.
heat builds up. And we need things in that tech tree anyway, so we're gonna research it. only takes 10 hit points for those punching gloves, though. Eventually, we're going to set them up with better traps. These ones we might have to make into either ice or bubble traps eventually, because it's right across from our guard room, but we can put flamethrowers and stuff in here. One intel, one martial artist. One intel, one martial artist. Find your inner Kung Fu Panda. We need you to immediately send off. Come on, with the intel too. Is anyone actually working at the tables right now? Yes. You know, maybe we'll just make the basement power and... yeah, we'll put our science labs here. So we already got kind of set up. I know I've said that before. And I swear I plan things out. But I'm also an idiot. So there's the big scheme. With a lot of minions. That are all running off to... hop in the helicopter. I mean, look at them all. There's just a ton of minions going out.
Salaries paid.
$20 minions to take care of one lab. I'm not actually sure if we can get the other islands or not. It doesn't look like it, because I think like one's here, one's down here. Come on, pop off that mission so that we can finish that before we're done this week. We're pretty close to time, so come on, minions. Come on. No, you wanna. There's the last guy that's gotta go out.
Research has been paused.
Fly, my pretties, fly! Go and take over that lab.
Task complete.
The agents are using telepathic gadgets disguised as wristwatches. You've analyzed the code and used it to upgrade Void. You found the lab that made the watches abandoned, but a lunchbox left behind gave you the scientist's name, Lena Lundstrom.
The code from the microfilms should help Void dampen the effects of the agent's watches.
Should isn't good enough. We need to interrogate the scientist who made them.
We didn't get her. All we got was a name. Lena Lundstrom.
Lundstrom. I should have known. Bring her to me. She should be easy to find on her world tour.
Okay, so apparently she's a very famous scientist. Now, did that give us access to the next stage of... No, it did not. So we'll have to go through and do bait and watch for that. Do we have any investigators in the lair?
An intruder in the lair. Kill them. Locate and kill that intruder for me. I want that intruder found and killed.
I have a feeling that Jubei...
What do you ask of Jubei? Moving.
Go ahead.
and
Loud
Miss
and clear.
Bomb are going to be needed over at this doorway.
Responding.
here come the bad guys.
Anya? They...
Over and out.
I'm listening.
Defect in the system? I'll take care of it.
Beating up on Jubei pretty hard, but we're dealing with them.
Your minions are in combat.
Alright, so we defeated the investigators,
Your
and
vaults are full.
that's where we're going to have to leave it for this week, guys, because we're just out of time. So if you enjoyed the video, please consider hitting that like button. If you'd like to join up with the 232, be a valuable minion in the lair, or pop up another Let's Plays, just hit that subscribe button, and make sure you turn your notifications on so you don't miss when a new video comes out. And remember, guys, life is a game, so play to win, and until next time, take care.